Hey guys, it's Shauna the Rat, and for today's video, I am very excited to say Happy World Rat Day! So today is April 4th, and April 4th is, well, World Rat Day, which of course is one of my favorite holidays. And since I don't have anything special planned for this year, and I've done some special videos in the last few years, in particular I did a care video, which I'm pretty proud of. But unfortunately I did not have time to revamp that one in time for World Rat Day. And so instead I thought I'd go ahead and talk about some kind of exciting anniversaries, so to speak, that have happened with the rats in the last few weeks or even last few days. So first and foremost, Miss Egg and Miss Omelette have now officially been with me for over 2 years. I got them on April 3rd of 2021. So they have been with me for 2 years now, and that was a pretty special day because I actually saw Egg and Omelette, or at least I saw some videos of them when they were 2 weeks old, and their owner had originally bought their mom to be a feeder rat. She bought her from the local exotic store, which primarily breeds feeder rats, and the mom ended up giving birth the day that they came home. So they decided that they didn't want to feed them off and they wanted to raise them all as pets and then rehome them, and that's how I got contacted about them. So when Omelette and Egg turned 6 weeks old, well, a little bit over 6 weeks, I ended up taking them home, and I could not tell them apart when I went to get them. They both looked like pink-eyed white rats at the time. Miss Omelette did not have her little nose marking yet or her butt marking, so I had no idea she was going to be a Himalayan. I just thought that they were all going to be albinos, and I was completely fine with that. I like albino rats, and I've had quite a few of them. So I was just planning on picking 2 random babies. I initially chose Egg because she seemed to be the most tolerant out of all the babies. All the babies were pretty skittish, but Egg in particular seemed to be at least kind of tolerant of handling. And then Omelette was just sort of a random pick because, well, all the other babies were quite skittish, including her, and she's still not a fan of handling. As you can probably tell, she is not super pleased with me, although she tolerates it pretty well now that she's an older rat. But she still doesn't really prefer it, so I try not to do it too much with her. But anyways, I chose these 2 girls, and just by pure luck, Omelette ended up being the only one in the litter to develop markings, and that happened when she was 9 weeks old. Before that, I was dyeing their tails different colors and kind of trying to judge off their different personalities, but like I mentioned, they were both kind of skittish at the time, so it was kind of hard to tell. Now it's very easy to tell, both because Omelette has her markings and because they just have very different and distinct personalities, and they're both very sweet rats. And I've just had them for so long at this point that it's very easy to know their likes and dislikes and so forth. So I'm very happy that I've had them for 2 years, and I hope that they'll be around for a while yet. As feeder rats, I didn't really know what I was getting into with them. I've had many prior feeder rats from that place that the mom came from originally, and I found that most were very sweet, but a lot of them had health issues and passed early on. So I was really kind of worried that might happen with them, but both girls have been very healthy, and they are continuing to be very healthy, even though they are now seniors at over 2 years of age. So I'm very glad to see them continue to do well, and I hope that we have a long time left. The other exciting news is that Miss Butter and Miss Toast here are officially a year old. These little tiny dwarf beans are now a year. It's really crazy to me that these tiny little rats are actually a year old. So they turned a year on March 23rd, and that was, I want to say, about a week ago. So it hasn't been too long, and I'm very happy to see both girls continuing to thrive. They are very sweet rats, and they have definitely learned a lot of fun tricks and just really integrated into the group as well. So just everything in general has gone really well these last few months with them. The first few months were kind of rocky because the standards were kind of turds to them, especially to Butter, but now everyone gets along really well, and it's just super cute seeing everyone sleep together because especially Butter likes to use the others as a mattress, and it's just so cute. So yeah, that's another exciting piece of news. And I guess the third one, which is kind of old news, is that I've also had Olive and Donut here for over 2 years now. They passed their adoption date back in January 15th. So it's actually been a few months, but I've had these girls since they were 5.5 weeks, and they are just the sweetest. I absolutely adore them, and I'm so glad that both of them are still around. And that both of them are doing pretty well, even though Donut has her whole pituitary gland tumor thing going on. But as you can see, she still continues to thrive quite well. And Olive, of course, is our little star. She's quite healthy. She did have a urinary tract infection last year, and that took a long time to clear up, about 6 weeks of antibiotics. I might talk about that at some other time. I was actually really afraid she had a pyromitra, so thankfully that was not the case. But other than that, she's been completely healthy, and well, I'm just very happy to see her and Donut continue to thrive. And yeah, that's pretty much it for kind of anniversaries. In particular, I wanted to talk about egg and omelette because I feel like I don't really focus on them too much on the channel, just because they kind of are reserved compared to some of my other rats, in particular Olive and Donut. And I guess Toast also doesn't get as much attention as Miss Butter because she's also less of a people rat, although she is extremely easy to handle. She's very tolerant. Like, she's a very well-tempered rat, but she's definitely a little bit more rat-oriented, whereas Butter is a little bit more people-oriented. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys have a good World Rat Day, and I hope to see you later. Bye!